Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a fun game for you right now. And for that, we need a suggestion of an everyday problem. I heard online shopping, which is a problem people have nowadays. And so we present, without further ado, the word bubble. And away we... And away we go. Right this way, fellas. As you can see here, I got my new iMac, and I've been ordering all day. I should get here.
Warehouse work is the slowest work. Don't you agree, Mary?
See, and there's this new feature where you can actually track the packages.
All right, nice and easy. We're gonna get We're gonna get their milk. Oh, it's good.
Good.
They'll have cereal today.
I hadn't had a milk like that in quite some time.
So you can actually see them package and everything, deliver to your door. It's DoorDash and Uber.
Check out my ass.
Oh, I've been doing it all day.
DuberDash. They call it DuberDash. It's phenomenal. You know, and it's free right now because of the COVID-19. So as long as we keep our cool, we don't have to tip these guys. All right. So when they show up, everybody just play cool.
No tips. No. You dirtbags. I'm gonna rub my eye so hard it'll give us all COVID.
I see. All right, we're gonna get.
God. Oh, my eye itches so bad. Hey, do you guys have any of that cream?
Milk.
No, we ordered the cream, Jeff. Just calm down, dude. It's gonna be.
It's just
don't freak
the
out.
worst. It's just the. Oh, look at that screen. We didn't.
All right, they're at the door.
Cream.
Ding dong, ding dong. They're here. They're here. Oh boy.
Oh God.
I got you the itch cream too, dude. Don't worry about it. I got your preparation H, everything.
Whoa, all right. Delivery.
Anyway, I think Gina's leaving me, man. I think it's serious this time. She's not accepting the apology. It's horrible. So I ordered something extra special. I got
You're just trying to buy your way out of your problems again, Frank.
Well, sometimes that's what you got to do, okay? You don't judge me, Gene. Damn you. Damn you.
I'm still judging you, and I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
No, we're not all perfect like you.
I'll kill you all!
Dude, you shouldn't use those bootleg contact lenses. I already did you off the lenses.
I need my
no!
cream. I need my.
Harry, just relax, dude. You're gonna. They're gonna run away and not deliver our groceries.
Ice cream.
Why can't I get it myself?
There you go. You can't go outside. We told you it's too dangerous. Oh, my head. Oh, Jerry, that's it. You're out, man.
Hey, guys.
You're the worst roommate ever. Oh,
sorry. Delivery's here. Oh, God, I dropped it.
Jerry, die, Jerry, die.
Oh.
So go all horrible roommates.
I'm telling you, you're going to love this brisket. Brisket that I'm cooking up.
I mean, every time brisket. I mean, look, you're a great driver, Paul. You're a phenomenal mechanic. But can I be real right now? Can I be honest with you? Because we're family, and family is honest.
You can always be honest with me. Like always.
You're the worst barbecue master, maybe ever. This is really bad barbecue. Can we just please go to like Louis' barbecue shop? Because it's right.
Steve, you've been coming to my backyard for years. Enjoy my barbecue. Like, what do you mean I'm the worst barbecue? Like, why would you even be here?
I mean, I'm saying that we just drove our cars up the side of the Space Needle in Seattle and did 2 backflips to escape the FBI.
3 backflips. We did 3 backflips.
Okay, 3 backflips, whatever. And we want to celebrate. All of us want to celebrate, Paul. All of us. And this barbecue sucks. These ribs suck. You burned the hot dogs. That's not family, dude. Bro.
There's no other way to cook hot dogs. You burn hot dogs. Hot dogs need the little black scorch marks.
It's all scorch mark, Paul. There's no... save the scorch marks for the road. That was our motto. Remember when we started this? At that barbecue? 7 years ago?
I remember that barbecue like it was yesterday. It was one of the best barbecues of my life.
No, it was one of the worst barbecues of all of our lives, and we decided we're gonna go to Louis, and then we ran into the cops, and we got into a crazy car chase scene. It's been nothing but car chases since.
I jumped a car off a building, straight off a building, into another building, through the office inside, out the other side, through their parking garage, and landed it in my backyard, hopped out, and started grilling.
I drove my car to the airport, up the luggage trolley, onto a plane that was taking off, all right? And then drove it off the wing onto another plane, a series of planes, onto a mountain, the side of which then went through a whole trailer park and to get to this barbecue. So don't try to say that you drove through more crazy things. We all drive through crazy things.
Maybe you need to recollect that I saved your ass that time you drove off of that SR-71 wing and you were about to get sucked in by the jet engines, and I drove my car into the bottom of your car, knocking you aside so that you could land on top of the Eiffel Tower. You remember that one?
Bro, back off.
No.
I just put Rogaine on it. I just got enough money for the Rogaine.
You're beautiful just the way you are. Don't you forget it.
That's easy for you to say, Mr. Blonde Hair. Look, let's relax. This is what happens at every barbecue. We get too hype, and then we go and we run people over. Okay? We're supposed to be heroes and spies and brothers and family. Okay?
And if we're family, then tell me you like my barbecue.
I hate your barbecue. I'm leaving the crew.
He's right, Paul. Your barbecue sucks. It's me, Angie. You can't see me because I'm on the ground.
She is sick and throwing up on the ground. We're all going to have really bad diarrhea, and we got to go to fight this drug cartel tomorrow, man. And if you can't respect the family, then I'm sorry, Paul, but you're out.
You know, I never thought I'd have to drive against you. But I guess this is the way it's going to go.
Wait, Paul, don't, Paul, just, Paul, listen to me, bro. Listen to me, bro. Listen.
Let go of my ear.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Okay, look, all right? I will eat this horribly burned brisket, okay? And we will ride together one last time. And after that, I will never see you again. Okay? You understand that? We will not be brothers anymore.
Don't eat the brisket, TV. Just don't. I can't live in a world without you as my brother.
It's so black and it's leathery, Paul.
I never wanted this for you. Just stay my brother.
You drag racers in the back of the backyard. Oh shit! Everybody to the cars!
Jump in the cars!
right, what once started as drag racing has now become spy work, where a group of friends who are very close and have many barbecues at this one at this one at this one person's house of their group, the main guy. They decided, you know what? Racing cars is not enough. How about we try to save the world from evil? So somehow they get like the technology to like create cars that can like do like super things, like jump off a bridge and then fly in the air for a long distance and then turn into a submarine once it hits the water, or whatever shit like that. So Fast 7, they defeated some guys in Fast 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now they are like, all right, we gotta keep going, we gotta keep fighting the good fight. And there's only like I think one woman in the group, but she's a fucking badass. And so she's like on the ground and in the groundwork when like if they were like there's one scene where they're at like a ball or some shit trying to find the rich evil guy, because it's always some rich evil guy, and she's on the ground looking hot, but then she kicks some ass with her knives and her fisticuffs, and she infiltrates the room, and where like all the secret security cameras are, but then their female goon, like a badass woman, like the evil guys, comes in, and now the two women are fighting. But then as they're fighting, a car crashes into the room, and it's her friends, and she jumps in the car and zooms away. And then this one guy, Paul, the only white guy in the group, comes in. He's always doing the repairs and shit. So they just be fighting with cars, and then they keep incorporating their drag race roots, where they just like they keep chasing people in the cars, and because they have been like racing since their youth, they know all the tricks and turns and how to like turn a car, where like they does that one thing where it's on the two sides, the two wheels on one side, and they can like turn and just like go backwards and everything. But in all their fights, all of a sudden one of their friends dies, and then Vin Diesel has a moment of a flashback of this one time when they were driving side by side next to each other, and they had to go back home after a mission, so they split it away, and then sad music played because secretly they were lovers. They would cuddle a lot. But anyway, losing a team member just made them stronger. They paused for like 5 minutes more, and they're like, Paul would have wanted us to keep fighting. We gotta keep going. Vroom, vroom. And they keep driving it and find the bad guy, and then they eventually run him over in that, and then everything's good again until the next time. So then it ends with them at a barbecue again until one of them gets a mysterious phone call, and then the movie ends.
Yeah, I like stuff. So it's crazy us meeting at that coffee shop after that interview. It was a pretty good interview. I want to compliment your journalism skills. Pretty cool.
I know how to ask all the right questions. Like, for example, what kind of stuff do you like? I saw we were being ambiguous there.
I mean, personal, private stuff. That's pretty personal. So we shouldn't go into that room. So if we go in, if I accidentally, subconsciously start walking in that room, I'm just saying maybe we shouldn't go there. Unless you are into different kind of stuff.
Listen, mister. You can't tell me what to do and what not to do, because I am a powerful modern woman. And if you tell me not to go into that room, then that is exactly what I am doing.
No, look, legit, like, I don't think you should go. If I was you, I would not go. But
I am now already in the room. I am in the room. This is where I am. Oh, you think any of this stuff surprises me? Oh, you have goldfish. There's some goldfish in here. Surprising.
wait, you went in the wrong room. You went in the wrong room. That's the gold. That's my aquarium room. Don't go in there. That's like actually personal.
You
Please.
can't tell me where to go. I am a powerful modern woman, and you are not going to dictate my actions on any level.
You know what? I was kind of feeling this, but this is a very private room. Me and my fish, the time that me and my fish have is gray time. Okay? So maybe this isn't gonna work out. You know, maybe you need to go.
Oh, so now you're telling me I need to go. Well, guess who's staying right here?
No, I'm
Because
not-
You
I'm
cannot
not-
tell me.
I'm not doing my reverse psychology sexual thing right now, okay? I'm just saying you legit go get the hell out of my house. I'm gonna call the police.
This is not a reverse psychology sexual thing. I am legit staying here, and there's nothing you can do about it because I am a powerful modern woman who does not have to take orders from her man.
Well, you know what? Fine. You're a powerful modern woman who doesn't have to take orders from her man. I'm gonna go. It was a BDS room, BDSM. I'm into BDSM. How do you like that? I'm a creep. I'm a creeper. You want to be with a creeper? You want to stay here in a creeper's house? Is that what you want to do? I rub
That's
whipped cream
exactly
on
what I
myself.
want to do. I am gonna do exactly what I want to do with whatever stuff you got hanging around in your BDSM room.
Look,
Oh,
it's my BDSM room, and you are officially not allowed in my BDSM room because that's where I go and whip. I put easy cheese on myself, and there's no safe words. You can't handle this level of depravity. Ooh. Hey,
I just handled you.
Okay. Hey, look. That was kind of hot. Okay, but if we're gonna do that, can we go into the next room? Because the fish are gonna get traumatized. I don't want Bobby and little Joe.
I'm already in the next room. I'm gone.
Oh,
You gonna follow me?
Oh shit, she a freak. Okay, she
You
a freak.
gonna follow me to the next room?
All right, I'll be back, fish. I'll be back, fish.
You can't handle this shit.
All right, 1 second. Coming.
Okay.
And now, Leilani explains 50 Shades of Grey.
All right. So there's this girl. She has dreams of being a reporter, right? And she goes into the big city, New York City, and tries to make something of herself. So then her creepy boss, who gives her the eye sometimes, goes and he's like, "Hey, I got a story for you. There's this big rich guy at this building. Go to it." And so she goes to this guy. She meets his name is Mr. Gray, Christian Gray, and the whole interview he's just like, "I fucking her," and and she feels hot and bothered, but she gets her story, and so she goes back to the place where she does the news, and eventually, like her boss hits on her, and she runs away. But then she bumps into Mr. Gray again at like a coffee shop or some shit, and they start a relationship because he is very intrigued in her. Because everyone, since she's entered New York, has found her very attractive, but she is like one of those cliche women that's like, "No, I'm not attractive. No, I don't know I'm attractive. Stop." And so she just but she gets the men. She gets this rich man, and who loves wearing gray suits, and he so they go on some dates and stuff, and then after a while he reveals to her like, "Hey, I like certain types of things that are sexual, you know. If you want some time, I will show you my playroom." And so eventually she goes to his house, and he unlocks the door, and there's like a bunch of like BDSM shit around the room. It's all red and shit, and then all those toys are black, so it's like a red and black room. This is my playroom, and she's like, "What the fuck is this? I don't know if I should join." But then eventually things get frisky, and so they don't establish a safe word, I don't think. And so he takes it a little too far this one time, and she's like, oh, is this how you want to see me? You want to see me like this? And she doesn't appreciate his toxic sexual behavior, so she tries to leave him. But he is just so damn persistent. He's like, no, don't leave me. You are, you will be the one who, like, you help me feel better. You help me feel normal. So he basically treats her like a therapy, like she's his therapist. That can only heal him through sex. And so, but like she joins him in like parties and shit like rich people do. So they go to a masquerade, and she wears like a nice dress. And then some shit happens where she gets angry and then walks out. But then, because like, I think this might have been confusing with the second movie. I don't know, but somebody, a past ex-girlfriend maybe, I think, like at the party, the reason why she had to leave is because someone was slashing her tires, and like, oh no, she's not safe. So now she has to stay at Mr. Gray's house, even though like at this point she's still like, I don't know if I should be with him or not. So now she has to be at his house for protection. And so, but then like eventually she has to go to her apartment to get her stuff, and then this crazy ex is there pointing a gun at her, and she's like, he loves me, like he loves me, like what? And she tries to like talk her down, but then she starts popping off like boom, bam, bam. And Mr. Gray, he eventually shows up, and as soon as he shows up, she's on her knees like begging, like she's so submissive to him because he fucked her brain up. And so like you would think that this girl would be like, oh, I shouldn't be with this man at all. But no, she still continues to go with like on with him, even and then in some turn of events while she's at her house, he had to leave for some reason to go in a helicopter, and she's hit with his family and shit. And in the news they see, oh no, the helicopter crashed. And just as they see that, he walks in the door, no bruises or cuts at all because he's powerful. And that's when she realizes she loves him. And that's 50 Shades of Grey. The face when you're a naughty school teacher.
Oh god. That face when your DoorDash order never showed up and you hungry as hell and it's time to eat. Damn.
That face when your pizza delivery guys walk into your door.
That face that I've been watching you.
That face when you see a very nice bunny.
That face when you're on a Zoom call with your dentist and you're describe which gum is giving you the problem.
That face when you're at the eye doctor but your tooth hurts, so you show him your teeth as well.
That face when customer support goes insane.
The face when you have to hold your mouth open because otherwise it'll never shut.
That face when you're pissed off because you slept on your glasses and they keep on sliding off your face.
That face when your wife puts your socks on.
Yeah. That face when you successfully sabotage a Trump rally by setting a bunch of K-pop invites.
That face when the kids are asleep and you can finally watch your favorite TV shows with your wife.
That face when you just grilling, dog. You grilling.
That face when you have your first cup of coffee.
That face when the what do you call it? Anesthesia has not worn off from the dentist, so you mad poking your lips.
That face when you just had your wisdom teeth taken out and you think you're sexy, but you're really not.
Yeah. That face when you get I got nothing.
That face when you're looking at the void and you think it's kind of sexy. That face when you kill with your music.
That face when you showed up late for Woodstock.
That face when you're finally tripping on acid, but you feel all right.
That face when you show up to the party and you realize that the party just showed up.
That face when you realize everything will be all right as long as I got my guitar.
That face when that face when you're strolling through the supermarket and everything is perfect.
The face when you really need to dry your tongue.
That face when you're just waiting in the waiting area at the hair salon.
That face when you realize your teeth are like children teeth.
That face when you're about to let people know that you are secretly Cyclops and are going to laser them.
The face when Professor Xavier finally chooses you to be his new mutant in his school.
The face when you realize that you are a Pokemon NPC about to have a random encounter with the main character.
The face when you realize you're now the best friend to the superhero.
That face when you are hanging off the back of a Jeep.
That face you make to copy your dog.
That face when you are out protesting the Vietnam War.
That face when you realize, air tastes really good.
That face when your tongue has developed sentience and it is decided that nothing tastes better than music.
The face when you really need a haircut, but you got music to help you out.
That face when you're really just looking for some bread, man. Just some bread.
That face when you really love guitars, but you don't know how to play a guitar.
That face when Kanye's new album makes no sense.
That face when there's no good news.
That face when you decided to become a nun in the middle of a COVID pandemic.
That face when you realize the government actually is tracking you.
That face when you realize the government is tracking you, but you're all out of tinfoil, so you try to make a newspaper hat.
That face when you realize you're all out of newspaper, so you want to find some tin foil to replace your newspaper hat, but then you realize you're out of tin foil, and then you go to the supermarket, but nobody's wearing their goddamn masks, so you run home.
That face when you decide the way to save the failing newspaper industry is simple. Hats. Newspaper hats.
That face when you feel like the only way to save the hat industry is by publishing their awesomeness in the newspaper.
That face when you want to go outside, but you ain't got your hair did.
That face when that face when the roofers are late.
That face. That face. Let's see.